Good morning again, friends. Welcome to our next career fair session. Next, we're joined by our friends from Esdc. It's one of the largest departments, one of the biggest employers of FIs, so I'm certainly keen to hear what they have to say. As a reminder, if this is your first session or if you've forgotten from previous ones, you can participate as well. You can pose your questions via Slido. Just go to slido.com, that's slido.com, enter the code ACFO-ACAF, and you can ask your questions there. We'll come to the questions at the end of the presentation, but first, my friend Ken from Esdc has got a short presentation to walk you through. So I'm going to turn the floor over to you. Ken, welcome to the Career Fair.
Merci, Joe. I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Ken Baker. I've been working in this department of Esdc I've been working there forever. I finished school, finished university, then I started in HRDC at the time. It changed the name, changed many times, but hey, look, I'm still there, still motivated, and still lots to learn and still lots to do before I retire. So of course, I've went through jobs to jobs. I've started as an FI1 in corporate accounting and accounts receivable. I've dealt with financial system, been the intermediary between the systems and the users to identify the bugs and work on them. I've done reporting, and then I've made the jump to financial management, a total different world that I never saw before. And honestly, I found it hard to do that jump, but hey, again, it's been like 12 or 10 years that I'm in financial management, and I'm still there, and I'm still having some challenges every day, so keeps me busy and motivated. Of course, I'm here to talk to you about my organization because we are in recruiting mode. We are looking for FI2s and FI1s. I'm not sure about the other departments. There's other opportunity at the FI3 level that we're looking for, but mainly FI2s and FI1s, and we have many opportunities to offer. But before I go into my organization, I just wanted to say that, and I always say that when I meet people, doing finances is doing finances. If you do finances in Esdc, there's something similar in other departments because you have the corporate accounting, the payables, the receivables, you have financial management, you have financial policies, we have accommodation, we have a group for SAP, we have a group for our projects, a PMO. So, and every department, you would kind of see those same functions, maybe organized differently, maybe using different systems, maybe using different processes, maybe processes are not at the same level of maturity. What I would say is in our department, we got mature kind of fast because we are so huge that we needed to get organized quickly. But I was saying doing finance is doing finance, but what the big difference from a department to another one, or from the financial, private sector to the public sector, is the mandate of your department. So that changes. So let's take a few minutes to talk about Esdc. Joe, if you can go to slide 2, please. So in Esdc, I just put that slide on just to give you a perspective. The first top corner on the left just shows that Esdc's departmental spending plan is 38% of the all planned government expenditures in 2021. Just wanted to show you the end phases of our department. But what are we doing? We are, and I have to do that in a few minutes though, so it's going to be quick, but we are a social department. We help Canadians along their lives. So let's say you deliver a baby at the hospital, then you are able to sign in forms to get automatically a social insurance number. Then your kid grew up and then he needs to go to college and university, and suddenly he needs a little bit of financial help. So he needs a student loan. Hey, it's Esdc who delivers student loans. Then he finds or she finds a job, and then suddenly something happened and they lose their job. Maybe it's the health, maybe it's something else like a pandemic, maybe it's so there's many reasons that you could lose your job. So you need help in between, and this help, it's still us, it's the employment insurance that provides financial assistance while they are looking for another job, or retraining, reskilling to do something else as a job in Canada. And then you go on with your job, and at one point you're going to retire and cash out the Canada pension plan. And as you grow older, you're going to have the old age security, still us who all deliver those programs. And if I want to add to that, I could add, and we could talk hours about that, but we're also delivering passport. With the IRCC, we are the delivering arm of passport and many others. On the right top side of the slide, you would see a Canada map. Just want to give you a sense that we are kind of the entry point for Canadians. If they have questions, they would go into one of our local Service Canada office. I think we have more than 360 local offices. You see actually 600 points of service, because we also deliver outreach services to people who are far away from our offices, so to connect with the whole population. So that's why you see 600 point of service. But Canadians are able to reach us through phone, 1-800-O-Canada, you've probably heard. They can reach us through the web, and they can go in person to our local offices, and we would be able to help them with whatever they have as a need. So I was saying that that finance our finances, it's the mandate of the department who changes. We are a social department. Joe, if we can skip to slide number 3. There are things that I wanted to share with you about our department that may be different, or what you'll see. So a few points. First, huge organization, like Joe saying, we hire lots of FIs. We are decentralized. We have regions who basically deliver the operational side of the department, who deliver services to Canadians. And in HU, we are more of financial guidance. We have the enablers. So it's a decentralized and huge organization. So when it comes time to do our financial forecast, it takes time. And we are stretched in time. We don't have huge timelines. It takes time. It's always a lot of hard working and workload to come up, and energies to come up with a financial picture to provide to our senior management for decision making. So first point I want to say is huge organization. Second, we always say in Esdc that we have a complex funding profile. Actually, I think we do. And I say I think because I never went work anywhere else, so I wouldn't be able to compare. But from what I hear about other people who came to work with us, we have a complex funding profile. Just to give you a sense, and I'm not going to go into big details, but most of the department get their funding through appropriations, the CRF. We do too get CRF, but we have, I call them other bank accounts. So we are also able to charge the EI account and the CPP account. Everything, every operational cost that is towards delivering EI benefits needs to be charged to the EI, and the same thing for CPP, they need to be charged to CPP. So, and we all have our authorities on each of those bank accounts, and we cannot blow our bank accounts, just like the regular one, the CRF. So it's lots of organization and processes to ensure, because when we're allocating funds to our clients in the programs, we don't allocate $1 in CRF and $1 in EI and $1. We allocate $1. They deliver, and it's the accounting and the processes behind the system that would bring us the information related to each bank account. Adding complexity to that, we have partners. We are able to offer services on behalf of other departments. Passport is one of them. We offer also services for DFO. We also offer services for PHAC. So all of these needs agreement between the organization. So lots of agreements, lots of recovery of funds, of balancing the books, juggling with the finances. This is one of our interesting facts in Esdc. Another point, we are so big that just imagine how many TB submissions we have to deliver on a yearly basis. Don't quote me on the number because I'm not sure exactly of the exact number, but last year it was more than 30 or 35 TB submissions that we had to deliver to get our funding. So lots of workload to be done there, but you know what? TB submission means business case means strategy, and strategy is very interesting. And the last point I wanted to say on this was that we are huge, we offer different programs, but we also are working with old systems. On travaille avec des vieux systèmes que ça fait des années qu'on utilise, donc ce sera pas une nouvelle que je vous annonce de dire qu'on est en pleine transformation. On transforme probablement tous nos programmes. EI, pensions program are the kind of the biggest one, and we are doing that as we speak. Ça change un peu le travail des agents financiers. Oui, il y a le forecasting, le DFR qu'on doit faire à tous les mois, rapporter les dépenses, mais une des choses qui est venue s'ajouter aux agents financiers, c'est aussi l'aspect projet. Tu sais, on doit caster des projets, on doit faire le suivi sur des projets, on doit faire des attestations financières sur les projets. Donc, le bagage d'activités qui s'est ajouté dans les dernières années à notre ministère fait en sorte que on est occupé, ça n'a aucun bon sens, mais we cope with it. I think we're able to control our environment, but we're looking for help. So that's why I'm meeting with you guys and I'm offering that presentation because we need help to help us grow in this organization and deliver on our objectives. Certains pourraient dire, ben, pourquoi tu nous dis ça, ces choses-là qui ont l'air extrêmement dures à ton ministère en essayant de nous vendre ton ministère? En fait, j'ai toujours été une personne extrêmement transparente. J'aime ça quand les affaires sont claires. C'est pas vrai qu'à notre ministère, tout est rose, puis que tout roule bien, puis que les systèmes, puis c'est pas vrai. Comme à tous les ministères, on a nos enjeux, on a nos choses qui sont difficiles, on doit passer au travers, mais savez-vous quoi? Toutes ces choses-là qui sont plus difficiles à faire, qui sont plus difficiles à atteindre, ben ça, après ça, on peut tout mettre ça dans nos CV, puis ça devient des activités qu'on fait qui grossissent notre corporate knowledge. Donc, les complexités amènent beaucoup d'opportunités aussi à notre ministère. Joe, on peut aller à l'autre slide. Les finances, c'est des finances. Le mandat d'un ministère change, donc qu'est-ce qu'on livre? Est-ce que c'est un sujet qui vous touche? Est-ce que c'est un sujet qui vous attire? Nous autres, c'est social. Mais il y a aussi autre chose à considérer. Il n'y a pas juste aussi le côté, les dossiers, le mandat. Il y a aussi l'équipe de travail, l'environnement, la gestion, qui nous gère. Fait que j'aimerais ça qu'on prenne juste une minute pour que je puisse vous parler de mon environnement de travail. J'aurais pas d'autres mots pour vous dire que c'est fabuleux. In the last 2 years, I've been telling my bosses that I would freeze my life or my organization for the next 10 years because I so like to be working in Esdc and where I'm at right now. I have a fabulous team. I have fabulous colleagues. My own bosses are great. I'm saying they are great because I think je me rapproche plus d'eux autres parce que c'est une personne qui est plus le côté humain. Oui, on a du travail à faire. Oui, on a des dossiers à traiter, mais le côté humain, je pense que c'est le côté le plus important de la chose. Et puis, je peux vous dire que ma DG et mon CFO ont le côté humain. On comprend le côté professionnel versus le côté personnel de la chose. On essaie de balancer le travail entre tout le monde pour que tout fonctionne bien. Honnêtement, je vous dirais, je trippe dans mon organisation. J'ai aucune intention pour l'instant de m'en aller. On ne sait jamais qu'est-ce qui peut arriver, mais j'ai aucune intention parce que l'environnement de travail est vraiment fabuleuse. Si on va à l'autre slide, Joe, je crois que j'ai mis quelques priorités de CFOB on slide 5, juste pour vous montrer. Ce n'est pas toutes nos priorités, mais these are one of our priorities. First one, our people are the most valuable resources. Écoutez, si je n'avais pas d'équipe, je ne pourrais pas réussir. Ou au contraire, je pourrais réussir, mais je serais complètement mort au travail parce qu'il faudrait tout que je fasse tout seul. Puis ça ne peut pas marcher à du moyen puis du long terme. On doit bâtir nos équipes. Donc, je peux vous dire qu'on investit beaucoup d'énergie dans nos ressources. Puis, I guess que ça fonctionne parce que j'arrive à garder une équipe stable, une organisation stable. Donc, les gens voient qu'on investit dans les autres. Est-ce qu'on perd des gens? Est-ce que des gens vont ailleurs? Ben oui, comme dans toute organisation. Puis, on ne retient pas personne, là. Mais quelqu'un qui veut venir faire une carrière à Esdc, c'est possible. Regardez-moi, ça fait 20 ans que je suis là, puis toujours intéressant parce que ça bouge à tous les jours. Ma job change à tous les jours, ce qui fait en sorte que ça me motive davantage. Deuxième priorité qui est sur la slide, c'est, on promouvoit l'excellence de nos services, qu'il faut que ce soit efficace pour pouvoir supporter nos clients qui, en revanche, vont supporter le mandat du ministère. Donc, toutes les opportunités qu'on a de regarder nos façons de faire, qui est aussi le troisième point, transformer nos façons de faire, toutes les opportunités qu'on a de se questionner, on le fait. Puis je peux vous dire que, puis comme je suis jamais allé ailleurs, mais il y a des gens qui sont venus travailler à notre ministère et qui nous ont dit que nos processus sont beaucoup évolués comparativement à d'autres organisations. Joe, on peut aller à la slide numéro 6. Qui cherchons-nous? Qui recherchons-nous? What type of people are we looking for? So I always say, first thing we have to look for is reliable people. My first quality in everyone that I staff is, are you reliable? You know yourself. I don't know you. You know your type of personality, what kind of work you should be looking for. I don't know. But my role and the role of the organization is to staff people at the right place with the right personality. If it doesn't happen, what's going to happen is that the employee is going to probably be demotivated and will look elsewhere, and we're not going to be able to build, because it takes time in our department to build corporate knowledge. A year is not a lot of time to build corporate knowledge in Esdc. So if people leave, it takes time to restaff people and then regain corporate knowledge. You know the drill. So we're looking for reliable people that are curious to learn. Like I said, mainly we're looking for FI2s and FI1s. So if you're able to, eager to learn more, if you're curious, if you have leadership, if you have initiative, we're looking for people who, je dis toujours, je veux pas des personnes qui vont toujours me dire oui. J'en ai pas besoin des personnes qui me disent oui. Oui, c'est le fun de se faire dire oui, t'as raison des fois. Je vous le donne. Mais moi, j'ai besoin des personnes qui vont me dire non, Ken. Oh, non, Ken? Pourquoi? Offre-moi un argument avec ton nom. On est tous capables, on est tous des professionnels, on est tous capables d'offrir une perspective. J'en ai besoin. J'ai peut-être une bonne idée, mais j'ai peut-être pas tout pensé. J'ai besoin, on a besoin, l'organisation, de ces personnes-là. Les personnes qui sont capables de venir nous faire penser, nous challenger dans nos idées. Puis je vous dis que c'est fou comment que quand les gens commencent à donner leur opinion, c'est comme à l'entour d'un feu de camp où quelqu'un fait une joke, puis là, l'autre pense à une autre joke, puis là, soudainement, tout le monde a une joke à faire. Same thing happen in our work environment. If you give your opinion, people beside you will give them, and at the end, we'll come up with the best analysis and the best information available for decision making. So that's the kind of people we're looking for. Type d'emploi, on en a un peu de tout. On en a des offres à faire dans les politiques financières, on a comptabilité ministérielle, on en a en gestion financière, on en a aussi dans les projets, toujours en gestion financière. Donc, oui, il y a des jobs que ça demande de travailler de l'overtime. C'est pas à tous les jours, mais for people who already worked in, let's say, financial management, you know that when you have to deliver a TB sub, well, you have to deliver a TB sub. So sometimes we need to do overtime. Mais c'est pas, je dirais pas que c'est généralisé l'overtime. En général, les gens font leurs heures de travail normales puis ont une vie professionnelle et personnelle assez équilibrée. Donc, je ne sais pas combien de temps ça fait que je parle, mais je vais m'arrêter pour voir, Joe, s'il y avait des questions, et puis on part de là. I guess que tout a été clair.
Yeah, no, sorry. I once again forgot to unmute my mic. You'd figure after enough of these sessions I'd remember. But so Ken, we do have a couple of minutes for questions, and I'll bring them up on the screen here. But you mentioned a little bit about some of the old systems and the efforts to replace them, and we do have one question specifically about workstations. And somebody's wondering how workstations are equipped. I guess they knew someone in the past who was equipped with a fairly old desktop. So has the infrastructure, the desktop infrastructure, been updated? The laptops, modern technology for the employees who are working there?
Merci pour la question. Before we left for the pandemic to work home, because right now in CFOB, we are pretty much, I think, if we're not 100% working from home, there's not a few people in the office. But before we left, our offices were mainly, how they call that, the 2.0 workstation type, not huge, but the desktops, yes, we were moving in the right direction, i.e., as we speak, most of the people now will be equipped with either laptops or tablets. So I have to say the pandemic gave us more opportunities on getting up to date on our technical nos ordinateurs. But no, I think we're good in that area.
Great. We have time for just a couple of more questions, unfortunately, but you had plenty of information in the presentation, so I think a lot of these have been addressed. We have a question. You mentioned you're looking primarily for ones and twos. We have a question from an FI2 in Vancouver, and good morning to you. That's an early start for you in Vancouver. Thanks for being here. And it's a question we've heard for a lot of departments is, especially with the increased use of work from home, are you open to FI1s and 2s from across the country, maybe outside of Ottawa?
The quick answer would be, of course, I would be able to, I would like to hire people from outside now that we see that we are able to work from home, so from anywhere in Canada. That said, those discussions, we're having them right now because there are some policies in HR that there are, the area where you can staff NCR versus the regions, and j'aurais le goût de dire que avec la pandémie, those HR policies or those policies that we have will probably evolve, and at one point, in my mind, in the near future, and don't quote me on when is the near future, we will be probably able to staff FIs from anywhere in Canada. But I don't think we're at that point. Not sure if we're very far from doing that, but in my mind, it's going to come.
We'll take one last question here, Ken, and it's an interesting one. It's someone's wondering if the ones and two positions you've got, if any of them are temporary, like you're looking for people on assignment or on short-term postings because of the need to deliver so many benefits related to COVID.
No opening temporary. We've done a lot of work due to COVID for sure. And we are kind of expanding some of our teams now to sustain the transformation that we have in front of us. So no, actually it's the opposite. The people we're looking for to get, we want to have people who will stay with us. We want to build with these people, offer them a career path, because when you keep your corporate knowledge, you're in a better position down the road. So no, there's no temporary position as we speak.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Definitive answer, and it's nice to hear. You know, we always do like to hear about departments that want to build teams and invest in their people. I think that's really encouraging. Ken, I apologize that we run out of time because we do have a lot more questions that have come in, but I will say that there's contact information for ESDC on the ACFO website, the same place you found a link to this stream. In addition to wanting to collect CVs from interested candidates, I'm sure they'd be happy to answer questions. And if there's questions specifically for Ken, I'm sure they'll make sure they get over to him. So Ken, thank you very much for your time this morning. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye, but thank you for your time and for sharing a little bit of insight into what life is like at ESDC.
Thank you, Joe, and thank you all.
Thank you, Ken. For those sticking around, we're going to move on to our session next is with Environment and Climate Change Canada coming up at 10 o'clock. So thanks very much, and we'll see you all there. Take care.